Hello again, this is Nigel from Mad About Animals. Doing something slightly different in this session. I'm actually recording this whilst out walking. Not sure how it's going to turn out quality wise, but let's run with it and see. In this session I'd like to take you through a thought experiment. Okay, so you're walking down the street and you see a grown man hitting a child, a 5-6-year-old boy, and the man's slapping his legs, smacking him on the back of the head and shouting at him. And the boy's crying, "Oh, please stop it, please, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And the man's just hitting him and shouting at him. What would you do? I think a lot of you would intervene. You'd shout at the man, you'd tell him to stop what he was doing, you'd pull the child away, maybe call the police, social services. You might fear for your own safety. I mean, the man's clearly violent, so you might not want to interfere directly. So you might go to a place of safety for yourself and call the police, call social services. For some, they might not do anything directly for fear of their own safety or whatever. There's lots of valid reasons why people wouldn't interfere at all. But even those people would want to interfere. They would want to do something, even though maybe they couldn't or didn't feel able to. Now, some of you are probably thinking this is the old, it's not good enough to be vegan, we need to be activists analogy. And it does have its origins in that, but I'd like to take it in a slightly different way. So, let's suppose, same scenario, you're walking down the street and you see this man. It's not just any old random man, it's your husband, it's your boyfriend, it's your soulmate, your life partner, or your wife or your girlfriend. The gender of the person doing the abuse is irrelevant in this scenario. So you see your girlfriend and she's slapping this young boy and he's crying. And the young boy, you don't know who he is, just some random young boy. So you've got no emotional involvement in the boy. Does your answer to the question change? Well, for many of you, the answer will certainly be no, of course it doesn't change. You still call the police, you still pull the man or the woman off, and you still protect the boy. For others, it might change. You might be unfortunate to know that your partner's been violent towards yourself, and that might make you a lot more hesitant to get involved. But you still might go to a safe place and call the police. I mean, she wouldn't know that it was you that called the police, so you still might do that, or social services or something like that. But again, some people might not even do that. They might be so fearful for their own safety and what their partner would do later on back at home behind closed doors, that you might not even want to do that. And obviously that's a tragic situation, and I have every sympathy for that I have every sympathy for someone in that situation. But now let's suppose that even those people, they would want to do something. They would want to help. They would want to help the child. So now, let's take it a little bit further and say that you've only just discovered that beating children is wrong, beating children is bad, it's not ethical, it's not moral, and that you yourself used to beat children very regularly. In fact, you met your partner at a child beating event. When you first met, you used to go beating children regularly together. Friday and Saturday night, you went out beating children. You'd have friends round to your house and you get some children in specifically just to beat. You were the life and soul of the child beating party. That's how you met, that's how you fell in love. That was until you discovered that beating children was wrong. Since that time, you've done everything you can to talk to your partner about, now that you've discovered that beating children is wrong, that your partner should stop beating children as well, that he or she should be like you and no longer beat children. But she just doesn't see it, she just doesn't care. He just thinks, well, I'm going to have my friends around, we're still going to beat children. That's what we do, we're just going to beat children. So you have to sit there and watch your partner beating children, knowing it's wrong, knowing in your heart of hearts that it's wrong. Do you stay with that person? Do you stay with them knowing that despite all your best efforts, they are going to continue to beat children for the rest of the time that you're together? No matter how much you plead with them that it's wrong, no matter how much you tell them that it's immoral, it's unethical, it's harmful, obviously, to the child, they're still going to do it. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about beating children here. I'm talking about animal abuse. So you've gone vegan and you've discovered the horrors of animal agriculture and why we shouldn't abuse animals, why we shouldn't eat them, why we shouldn't drink their milk or eat their eggs or wear their skin. But your partner, despite your best efforts, doesn't see that. They're going to continue eating my steak and having bacon sandwiches and inviting their friends around for barbecues. I see a lot on social media about people that have newly gone vegan and they say, but he wasn't vegan when I met him and I wasn't vegan. I still love him. I can't force him to go vegan. Well, of course you can't force anyone to go vegan. But doesn't that tell you something about someone's core moral value? It's like if you found out that your partner was a sex offender. If you found out that your partner was a racist, a sexist, a homophobe, Islamophobic, ableist, you name the oppression, you found out that they were for that oppression. It might even be that they go out on a regular basis looking for gay guys to beat up. Would you stay with them then? Why is the answer different when animals are concerned? Now, obviously, we want everyone to go vegan. And obviously, I don't want to break up relationships, marriages, or anything like that. But you have to ask yourself, if your partner doesn't see the immorality of animal abuse, what does it tell you about them? Just think about it. Okay, hopefully this experiment has worked and this quality has not been too bad. I've been Nigel from Mad About Animals. If you enjoyed this, please like, share and subscribe. And watch out for the next video. Thank you.